Look who's here. Luna decided to make a little, what did you make, Luna? A little appearance. Actually, Luna is lying on her, well, was lying on her new pad. I've made her a brand new pad so that she could lie down next to me during the broadcast. Are you a happy person? Are you a happy cat? Are you going to be good to me for Father's Day this Sunday? Can I continue with my broadcast? You think? You think? Okay, go back. Boink. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Luna wanted to be part of the picture, so we just let her in, and now I'm covered in cat hair. Oh, my goodness. Ugh. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Coffee and Headlines, our morning get-together here in Puerto Vallarta, where we take a look at ways to connect with each other through news, through culture, through information, through questions, through all kinds of good things we can find. And today we have a big show. We have a lot of announcements. We have a lot of news. I try to get Dora involved in the picture, and I actually, where is she? Where is Dora? I tried to make a Dora screen, but I couldn't make her. Never mind Dora. I'm still working on how we're going to use Dora in future broadcasts, but not now. She's not ready for her close-up. Anyhow, we have news, we have events, we have follow-up. I went out wearing my Dr. Simi socks and I survived, and we have photos to prove that. But first, let us take a quick look at our news. Now, this is what you wear to Congress in Mexico. Or that's what our local deputy thinks. Local deputy Yusara Canales is keeping busy, and she has presented a proposal to the Jalisco Congress of building an underpass at the Las Juntas Rotary, where the Puerto Vallarta welcome letters are located. Now, we don't know if she presented the initiative because Mayor-elect Luis Munguia proposed it as a campaign promise, or if he proposed it as a campaign promise because she was working on this proposal. Regardless, what is a fact is that traffic at that intersection, particularly during rush hour, is chaotic, and building such a project would go a long way in alleviating the problem. Let us see if this is going to get done. Why am I missing a bit of news? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing. Am I missing? No, I'm not missing a bit of news. Don't pay attention to me. This one caught my attention. It's not newsworthy, but I think it's interesting. The headline says something along the lines of Isla Río Cuale vendors are pointing fingers at tour guides and timeshare salesmen. And what the article was about is a reporter went and chatted with a vendor at the Isla Río Cuale who may or may not represent the rest. But this happens a lot. They go and speak to one person, and then out of this interview, they extrapolate a whole headline or a whole reality. So the headline should be more like one Isla Río Cuale vendor pointed fingers. But I digress. This vendor was complaining that sales are low because tour guides and timeshare salespeople take over the flow of tourists and keep them away from the island, or so they say. And then the vendor went on to complain about the fact that the tour guides hoard tourists as they disembark from cruise terminal, and they take them other places. And the line that rattled my cage in this article was the one where the vendor said, "Who is going to bring the tourists to us?" Now, I'm not going to shade anyone, but I would like to comment, and I would love to hear your reactions to this. It is so common. Sorry. It is so common here that some groups of people, and this certainly qualifies for the vendors on the isla, that are waiting for somebody else to do things for them. And that may be attached to reality, or it may not. The way I look at it is Puerto Vallarta, like I'm sure other tourist destinations, have busier seasons than others. This is not a novelty. This happens every year, just like every year we get the warmer weather or the humid weather. So for me, the question becomes, well, if you know this is going to happen year after year, what are you doing to take care of yourself? And that includes me. I mean, all of us that are in business in this city owe it to ourselves to be mindful of these ups and downs and be prepared to address them. I think it's really easy to finger point, the timeshare people or the weather or the this, that, the other. The bottom line is things shift as we enter the summer. And what are we going to do each summer to prepare for it? And that is just my thought. It is unfortunate that there are people in business in this town that are still waiting for things to happen instead of making things happen for them. Let me know what you think. I don't mean to get feisty against the Kuala vendors. I feel for anyone that is struggling right now, but again, I mean, one thing is to struggle about something that is unexpected, and one thing is to struggle about something that we knew was coming and we simply failed to prepare for. And now I am launching my weather, and let's put it up on the screen. My rain generator shit the bed again. Rain stopping in 4 minutes. Well, I don't know about that, but I was happy to see this morning that the pavement was wet as I looked out the window. So the weather is starting to do interesting things, and I'm very happy about that. It is 29 degrees. Humidity is at 81%, of course. We only had a drizzle, so that definitely lifts the humidity out there. So this is what we have right now. And our weather forecast says that we're going to have rain in the morning with overcast skies in the afternoon, a high of 31 and a low of 26. Then tomorrow, Wednesday, partly cloudy skies in the morning with overcast skies in the afternoon, a high of 32 and a low of 26. And then Thursday, mostly clear skies in the morning with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 32 and a low of 26. I have a couple of other things that I wish to share with you. Oh, no wonder things are so wonky here. I have a bunch of applications open that I can close while we're having this conversation. Just give me 1 second. And Boom, 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 boom. What I want to show you next is this one. This is a question more than anything else. I was heading home yesterday with my buddies, and I noticed this new cookie vendor, new cookie shop called Cookie Star in Cinco de Diciembre as we went by on our Uber, or at least it was new to me. And then this morning, I read an article about it on the paper. Apparently, they have 10 different varieties of cookies for sale, along with coffee and smoothies and so forth and so on. I haven't tried them, but I wonder if anyone in the cluster has been to this new shop that is located at the corner of Colombia and Honduras, and whether you know anything about it. I also want to let you know, as I hinted earlier, that Father's Day is celebrated in Mexico the third Sunday of June, so it's coming up this weekend. Father's Day does not have a set date as Mother's Day does in Mexico. Mother's Day is always on May the 10th. Father's Day is on the third Sunday of June. I believe that is also the case north of the borders. Mexico began celebrating Father's Day in 1950, but only at schools. But the tradition became increasingly popular until it was made official in 1972. So if you have daddies in your life, make sure that you are extra special to them this Sunday. I do have a daddy in my life, and I'm going to go find them this Sunday and maybe be extra special to him. And you'll get to meet him in a second. I did cue that, did I not? Yes, I did. Also, I'm always happy to see anyone celebrate Mexican wines, and this Saturday, Divino Dante is offering a guided food and Mexican wine pairing at their garden, which should be lovely. This is a 6-course meal, and seating is limited to 20 people, so making a reservation ahead of time is strongly advised. And also, our good friends Carmen and Claudia from Oculto have published details about their upcoming public dinner featuring the flavors of Yucatan. We should look forward to this. We had Carmen as a guest in the Spotlight last week, and she told us so much about the unique cooking ingredients that are popular in this region of Mexico. Our mouths were watering, so this promises to be a good one. Again, this is open to the public, but it's a small and intimate dining experience, so if you're planning on attending, reservations are encouraged. And speaking of the Spotlight, we have the Spotlight tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to that. We have not one, not two, but three guests. We have brothers Lam and Sean Yuen, who open a holistic clinic in Puerto Vallarta called Satisana, and we're looking forward to hearing more about them. We have the nice couple behind Raíces Chocolateria, a relatively new source of locally made organic chocolates here in Puerto Vallarta. And of course, we are going to have a conversation with Rihanna of The Office about their brand new lounge, El Rey Lounge, which is opening to the public here in Colonia Versalles on Saturday. I'm also going to go to a pre-opening on Thursday to check it out and to do some filming, as they have generously commissioned a walk around of their new lounge. And I really am grateful for that, because, you know, commissioning these business walk-arounds is a great way to support Coffee and Headlines and to also give people a better idea of what to expect inside of all these new businesses. And on a personal note, yes, I did arm myself with valor and put on my Dr. Simi socks yesterday, and I felt totally weird about it, but I survived, and I am absolutely psyched about this. And for those of you that don't understand my fascination with Dr. Simi, well, I don't understand it either. All I know is that the first time I saw him years ago, all I could think of was like dancing with him and hugging him. And I know that is freaky, but you know what? I honestly don't care. I have a lot of fun with Dr. Simi every time I see him. and I don't think I am hurting anyone in the process. There you have it. So, comments. Lots of good mornings, and a couple of good afternoons. It is great to read them all. I am convinced that I missed a headline, but I don't know why. I'll go looking for it in a second. You look great in your Dr. Simi socks. Please continue rocking them. Thank you, Claude. It's never too late to change a habit, and I am going to enjoy myself wearing my Dr. Simi socks and not worry too much about what people think. Why not? I got two weather reports from Fluvial, this one coming from Muffin and another one coming from Carmen, who also lives in Fluvial. So she sent me a lovely photo of wet pavement, and that made me very happy. I believe with any other business, when it slows down or your sales drop, it's your full responsibility to do something to shift it in a positive way. I totally agree with you, Claude. It is unfortunate that when it comes, and this may be the case in other countries, but here in Mexico, there is, the vendors in the Cuale are there because of programs offered by the government or opportunities offered by the government. So it is quite ingrained, culturally speaking, in Mexico that the government is going to take care of things. And it is challenging. I am sure that if I went and tried to have a conversation with a vendor at the island and I asked them, so have you put a Facebook page, or have you self-promoted beyond standing outside of your business? Have you thought outside the box to do something to draw attention to your business? It's a language that it's just not common here in Mexico. So it is a cultural challenge, I believe. Sherry says, David and I walk around those vendor stalls daily while we are in town and make purchases regularly, but we put forth the effort and are the reason we shop at their stalls and not them. And also going back to this whole comment that tour guides and timeshare salespeople are the bad guys. Not everyone goes walking with tour guides, and we don't have a plague of timeshare salespeople out and about. So again, I take these articles with a grain of salt, but I thought it would be interesting to bring that up to conversation today. Oh, Logan gets metaphysical here. I love it. Regarding the Isla Cuale vendors, there was an Aesop fable written about this topic centuries ago, so it's a dilemma humanity has been dealing with for quite some time. Yes, absolutely. Curious how there are segments of humanity that never seem to grasp the lesson. Again, that is my point. Hopefully, that'll change at some point. Stuck in a rut. The younger generation could step up and be proactive and creative in revitalization. Product and advertising could be improved. Totally agree, Deb. And I don't know that it's a younger or older generation thing. I think it's a habit thing, and I think it's up to us to choose to move things around a little bit or not. Not to draw attention to myself, but, I could continue living the rest of my life thinking, I look stupid wearing colored socks and shorts, or I could just throw caution to the wind and say, I'm just going to try something different to see how I feel. And I felt funny, but I felt great. Let's see. Another comment on the vendors. The thing with the vendors is that while some have very unique and interesting items for sale, but many have the same dusty stuff, it would be nice to see more creativity. The winter artisan markets, while expensive, better showcase Mexican crafts and art. Yes, that is another challenge with these vendors. They all, or many of them, seem to carry exactly the same things, which adds more to the pressure of setting yourself apart from the people at the booth next to yours. But you're absolutely correct, Lynn. And what is sad and ironic here is that Mexico offers crafts that are so varied from region to region. It would be so wonderful to see more variety. But again, it's up to the vendors to make this happen, I suppose. Linda says, wow, tomorrow's spotlight sounds exciting. I'm excited. I am really happy about it. Oh my God. Can you imagine coffee crisp socks? I don't even know if they exist. But hey, I would love to be surprised. And Carmen comments on Dr. Simi. Once I did dance with him too. I can't explain it. It's irrational. I just love Dr. Simi. And I'm sure that whoever is inside performing Dr. Simi must be thinking, who the hell is this strange looking semi-round bald dude that wants to get all huggy and lovey with me? But it is what I do. What can I say? Laura says, can you buy fresh fish at Los Muertos Pier off the boats? Not at Los Muertos Pier. No, I don't think so. I actually don't think so. No, I mean, the only pier where you can buy fresh fish at is La Cruz de Guanacaxtle. As far as I know. And of course, we have the seafood market in Cinco de Diciembre where one can buy fresh catch, but not a Los Muertos Pier, or at least not that I know of. Update on my comment from yesterday. No bad news is good news. There you go. I love it. Sue Davenport says, I think it's up to the vendors to do something on their own to draw business to their stalls. The people who stay in Emiliano Zapata, El Centro, and Cinco de Diciembre usually go to the Rio Cuale stalls because they are in the area. During the summer, there are very few cruise ships, only 3 this month. The people in the hotel zone may not know about the Rio Cuale vendors. Do they have flyers at those hotels? I actually agree with everything you said, Sue. And I don't know whether they produce flyers for themselves or not. But this notion, I think, not only applies to just the vendors. I mean, it applies to anyone that is in business. I mean, I run into all these people that have never heard of me doing music appreciation presentations. And I constantly ask myself, am I promoting enough? And that is something that I think we all could benefit from asking ourselves from time to time. Am I promoting my product or service effectively enough? And there's another cue here. So is the next you're not a local until you have danced with Dr. Simi? Well, I don't think so. I think the Dr. Simi is a very quirky thing of my own. But hey, if you want to throw caution, what is the phrase? If you want to just liberate, no, that's not what I'm trying to say either. If you just want to do it because it's fun to do, hey, Mark, go dance with Dr. Simi. I'm sure Dr. Simi will appreciate it. Laura says, counting the days to exploring new finds, thanks to all members and you, Paco. That's what we're here for, Laura. I am so happy that you've managed to amass so much knowledge about Puerto Vallarta through coffee and headlines. Other visitors could be inspired by you, and hopefully some will. It's raining here in Vancouver, Canada. Sending a misting your way. Thank you very much, Laura. Much appreciated. And what else? You can buy fresh fish across from the McDonald's on the Malecon if you're there by 9 in the morning. There you go. There you go. And thank you, Linda. I get all these idioms mixed up from time to time. Throw caution to the wind. That's what I was trying to say. So what I would like to say now is throw caution to the wind and be nice. Support Buy Me a Coffee. Support Coffee and Headlines through Buy Me a Coffee. Every time you buy me a coffee, or Luna a coffee, every time you pursue subscription or a membership with us, you help a long way to keep us here and producing content for you on a regular basis. Go throw caution to the wind and find Dr. Simi and dance with Dr. Simi next time you see him. And go have an amazing day. I will do the same, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning. Stay cool.